Second to last, I've witnessed it. And we do this in, I believe, the original, which should be D flat. Let's move this over. Okay. Check my notes. All right. Simple but long, so can be complicated. All right. So, like I just said, some of the simplest Christian worship songs can also be complicated because a lot of times you see, oh, it's just 6 4 1 3, or it's what are some other progressions? 1 6 4 6 4, 1 6 4 6 4, 1/3 6 4 6 4. I mean, it seems so simple, right? And the song isn't fast. It's 86 beats per minute. It's in 6/8, so it's a waltz. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1. And yet, yeah, for professional musicians who are learning this for the first time, they might get so messed up in the head from the simplicity, because sometimes it's harder to play simple songs because you have to force yourself to be simple. Don't overplay, don't do too much. But yet, here we are. So the only other part that I heard was from the bass, and it was in the second chorus. I'm just going to play the bass part because why not? Let's see. This is guitar. This is just drums. This is instrumental. And now bass. Okay. So we're going to hopefully scroll. Sorry if it sounds weird. This actually might be I think that's the second verse. There it is. Super quick. Actually, I don't think there might not be a 3 in there. Yeah, there's no 3. So look at that. So don't worry about that 3. You're just gonna play 4 5 6. Simple walk up, nothing crazy, but something to make note of in case you want to play it. And I believe they do chorus twice, or more than twice. Sorry, they play the chorus 1, chorus 2, and I believe he does it every time. But once again, don't worry about that first 3. You'll just go to the 4 5 6. Let's see. Lastly, oh yeah, so this was kind of cool. I don't know if you guys have experimented. If you keep going down after the second chorus too, does this little instrumental, nothing crazy there, chord wise, but there's like a cool little slide guitar solo thing. And I've had the pleasure of not like learning slide necessarily, but I've tinkered with it, I'll say. I'm not a professional slide player, but I've taken a few lessons and I've understood the theory. So I thought, hey, why not take a second to just show you guys what's up. So this one, I believe, is just it's not glass, obviously. It's just like a bronze metal type of thing. But seriously, anything that can slide on a guitar string will work. Like my coffee cup, right? Anything can work as long as it slides. But some people, depending on how thick it is, you'll put it on your pinky if it's thin, which mine is. If it was bigger and I could fit it, well, I could fit it on this third finger, but it's kind of personal preference on which finger you use it on. For this bronzy one, I'm going to use it on my pinky. But yeah. The funny thing about guitar playing normally is, sorry, we go right behind the fret normally with playing just regular notes. But with slide, you're actually gonna go right above it. Because If I go right behind the fret, it sounds absolutely terrible, right? But we want it to be like this. So you're gonna go right above the fret. So that's your point of reference, right? Then when you start jumping strings, there's a few places that you can play. You can play two notes at the same time. It sounds good. Think about triads, right? So if I'm playing, I'm in D flat, right? And if I see this triad, that's a perfect place for a slide, right? Do a little wobble, a little slower, very country. But then when you don't have that luxury, right? And you want to play a third note, that's actually a minor. So if we're playing major, though, we don't want that. Kind of a cool thing you can do is you literally play these first two notes with your fingers, and then you mute it, and then pluck the third one and slide it up. So it sounds something like this. Sounds a little wonky right now without any music, but versus doing it, versus. Yeah, so nothing crazy, but they actually play a solo, which is cool. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, that's funny. I don't hear it. It must not be in the full version. Let's see if we can do, or not the full version, the parts version, but let's go to the instrumental. I'm actually curious if it's in the vocal, because all these clips come from somewhere.
Here in this room tonight, seeing you lose it. Oh, Jesus, the good feeling I feel, and I'm confident of what I'll see it again and again. You love and I've witnessed it. How you love this down your life could live.
Now I'm trying to figure out where the heck we are.
I've witnessed your faithful Jesus. All praise, all my worship.
Yeah, I don't think it's in there. But hey, so kind of a cool little slide lesson for the day. And the song, like I said, super simple, just kind of long and just different changes, very incremental. But if you don't pay attention, then you won't play together. So you want to do that. Pay attention so you play together with the band, and yeah, have fun.